What's up, guys?
I say every time we count down, it's a whole episode in itself.
Yeah. That opening was sick, right?
We had welcome to the 7th episode of Podcarst and Ride.
So we ripped the M4 comp and the SVR.
Oh, really?
I was revving. And guess who won?
The SVR. Bro.
Obviously.
I know. I don't rate the revving of... I don't rate the M4s and stuff like that so hectically.
Yeah.
These generations with the revving.
Yeah.
The newer one's probably better.
Yeah.
Because prior to these new ones, there were no pops and bangs unless you customize. So I immediately knew that it's probably the SVR that won that challenge.
That SVR when it drops, yes,
insane.
The downpipe. It's nice.
Yeah, I know.
Insane.
I know SVRs, Jeep, SRTs. All of these other brands are really hectic with the sound.
Yeah. They're always amazing. Welcome to the show, guys.
Welcome to the episode 7.
Episode 7.
Number 7. Lucky number 7.
Lucky number 7.
Yeah.
Away from our 10th
10th episode. Ah, my goodness.
Maybe we should do something really dope for the 10th episode. Maybe like a competition. Maybe get one of our riders.
Maybe a member of the public can race us.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And even join us in studio.
Yeah.
Definitely.
To talk about Mark and Cleo Tuli having smoked them. Because here at Podcast and Ride, we don't lose.
Yeah.
So
definitely not.
Suggest ways where you guys can interact with us. Do you want to race us? Do you want to go around the track?
Yeah.
What do you want? Let us smoke you and then come talk about it here, please. Thank you.
Yeah. And we're out the Digi cars.
Really dope. Yeah.
Digi cars in Santon. You know, I used to drive past DigiCars like one day.
That you were coming here.
Yeah, and I said, chair. So if you trim it, it can happen.
I believe it.
Yeah,
so DigiCars.
to work towards it, right?
Yeah,
you can't miss it. There's a big ass sign on Catherine, and you can see fancy SVR and the M4 in the window.
Yeah. What do you think of that in the background, behind you?
Which one is this one?
This is the 1A.
These cars have appreciated in value.
Yeah. Definitely.
And they're very rare.
Listen, if you buy this thing, you don't even need to drive. Just cover it and put it in storage.
I saw one the other day at another dealership, actually, and I was surprised that they're on the floor.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're very limited.
Very
limited.
And I was telling Tuli, if this thing was sitting here and the M4 comp, which one would you take?
This one.
Thank you. I told you.
Yeah.
She's like,
you need to think of it from a fanatic point of view, in the sense that it's a collector's.
Yeah.
That is not a collector's as yet.
Hence why I was saying to him, for me, that would be like a day-to-day kind of job.
Yeah.
You know?
I know, yeah.
But you take this one first as a collection.
Yeah, I'd love this.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
Amazing.
I would love this car. Yeah.
How are you guys?
I'm alright.
You've been up and down.
Yeah, I've been busy.
He's been busy.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, I started training again, so my body... When you start training, your body's not used to it, so it gets really sore.
Yeah.
So there's it being sore and me being busy and me trying to look normal in between all of that, which is insanely difficult.
Yeah.
But at least we've got Podcast and Ride where we actually just come and relax. And talk about cars that we really like and have fun.
How nice is that?
It's okay. It's okay. You were saying?
Of course you're
it was
say
nice that what?
That what?
But also, let's just touch on Podcast and Ride, guys. We're going bi-monthly now. And a lot of people are asking why were we not on and why didn't we upload last week. We're literally just going to go twice a month from now on. But
we want to see, we want to test the waters. We want to see how we're going to, be able to catch up with that.
And like you said, this is the first 10 episodes, right?
Yeah.
So it's a lot of trial and error, finding what works and what doesn't work. So maybe after the 10th episode, then you can say, hi guys, you've already had 10 episodes to work things out. So for now, just allow us to kind of just feel and do things and
also gives us enough time to get like more accurate research and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah. So quality content.
But the show's not going anywhere, best believe.
Yeah.
We're staying consistent, we're staying right here, we're staying very relevant, and we bring you heat one way.
But cars. Speaking of cars, let's talk about car awards.
Yes, 2021 Car of the Year Awards.
Definitely totally different. These this year's awards were not carried out like they usually are. These ones were everything happened online. So, I mean, you can imagine how hectic that must have been. But, I mean, usually they were like, it was a 2-day event, right?
Event where they literally go in.
Totally different.
And rate the cars and all of that.
I just read something about it that I didn't know. Sorry, I'm going to read it. It says, the competition has seen its fair share of criticism over the past years, especially when Porsche took the title 3 years in a row, not too long ago. However, things have changed since then, and it's evolved over the years. Why the hell would Porsche win 3 years in a row?
You know the thing about it, remember this...
Do you think it was bias, or there were politics?
Because also... Yeah, but I think, remember, this is a competition by the South African Guild of Motoring Journalists. You understand?
Okay.
So journalists come through, members of the South African Guild come through, and then they kind of like... So, look, Porsche has created a beautiful and amazing cars. In the last couple of years, have they been really crazy revolutionary? Outside of the Taken...
Yeah.
I mean, the full electric car, I really feel like they haven't repaired me, you know what I mean, in my heart. But still an awesome brand, but yeah, probably people are like, I know, 3 years in a row. Why?
Yeah.
You understand? So, but they've changed the pointing system, so the pointing system is different now, and it's online, so it's a bit more fairer. So, and now they've come up with a new winner.
Yeah, and the cars that actually, that I've seen here that have won in the categories are not your typical... Porsches or supercars and stuff. This is like everyday cars.
Like, for example, there's a budget category, as the Toyota Starlet. Family category, Audi A4.
Right?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, nice.
But there was still a Porsche.
Hey, I saw there was a BMW. Tell me where the BMW one, eh?
Premium category.
Premium.
How?
Yeah, to see that,
But Porsche did win 2 awards.
I saw that.
Porsche 911 Turbo S came in with the performance category, and the new energy category. The Porsche Taycan took it.
The Turbo S.
Yeah.
Of
beautiful car.
It smacks everything.
Nice.
Everything, every time.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
And of course, the car of the year.
The Peugeot.
Yeah. 2008. I know.
Deserving.
I know. You guys didn't wait for that, right? Look, it's odd. Yeah, it's odd. But then again, I'm not part of this guild of motoring journalists and what.
Maybe one day.
I don't know what.
How would you put in that place if it were up to you?
What car do? Let me think. I'm trying not to be biased.
Because I know if the BMW comes out,
I'm thinking of a BMW.
What would you put there?
In terms of the best car.
Yeah.
Hey, dude. It's very difficult.
It's difficult.
It's very difficult to come up with, say, which car is the most perfect car out of all of them.
Yeah,
True.
And we judge cars based. I will see a car and think it looks great.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, people are thinking other things. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I actually don't know.
It's a tough one.
But congratulations to Peugeot. Talking about Peugeot, they have a bakkie coming. If you are a fan of Peugeot, they're coming out with a bakkie.
Doug, the whole bakkie industry is growing.
It's going crazy.
I was shook to see Mercedes a couple of years ago come in.
Yeah.
Although I must say,
coming up with one.
It was in and out.
No, it's not in and out. I was in a Merc bakkie this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks like a Merc inside. It's very nice, leather seats and everything. Yeah, but the parts are. Not Mercedes.
Yeah, no, it's a Navara.
Nissan Navara. All the bumpers and everything. If you check on the inside, it's Nissan.
It's Nissan.
Yeah, it's not a secret that that was the collaboration, but it's.
And the collaborations happen all the time.
They happen all the time.
Peugeot Landtrek.
But I'm just saying, if you buy a Merc, you're buying a Navara. Might as well be.
But also, even the smaller engines and the A-Class are actually Renaults.
I see.
The A-Class. Once you go, I think just under the A200.
I wonder what the logistics are when these companies talk and stuff. It's quite interesting.
It's quite a lot.
That Renault would have
that there's a lot of partnership happening between the big brands.
It's massive. I mean, like for example, this Landtrek that's coming through from Peugeot.
Peugeot, yeah.
Yeah, it's actually a collaboration between a Chinese company. It's called Shangan Kai-Cheng.
I hope you're pronouncing it correctly.
Yeah, and the French.
Yeah.
So it's basically Chinese on the inside, and then it's French on the outside.
Dope.
It's French-Chinese.
French.
Are French cars reliable? What is the
that's
based
the
on history?
thing.
What do you know about French cars?
A lot of people say that. I mean, the normal person on the street will always say they struggle with parts, and you really, really struggle. I mean, it's a general consensus around Italian cars and French cars. But one thing I know about Peugeot is like it's really dedicating itself to changing that concept. For example, I think it was a couple of years ago where they promised that if anything happens to your Peugeot, while it's still in for repairs, the dealers have to give you another car while you're still driving around. So I think it's about convenience more than anything. So they're still working on that.
Great question.
Yeah.
That's good.
What is gonna make the Peugeot, the Bucky, stand out? I mean, it's an already competitive market where we've got people with their preferences already. So what is gonna set them apart?
You know, I think we're going into a whole soft life vibe in terms of buggies, and buggies are normally is not the rough it and tough it thing anymore.
Yeah, now it's more about living.
Yeah, it's about urban and living easy now.
Yes.
You understand? So design is going hectically in terms of
design. Okay, that's one.
Design.
Price, I
And
think.
the pricing will be good.
Well.
I think also because of the engine, the expense, how much it will cost for the engine. It might just be a good pricing in it.
After sales.
And after sales, and I think that they're working on that. But also, funny enough, that this one you can actually get it in 6 seats. So you can either get a 2-seat configuration in front or 3 seats in front.
In front?
Yes.
That's insane.
So you can be 3 people in front, 3 people at the back.
Yeah, but I
Let's
suppose
try and get
we're
like
not
a
in this
visual
era
aid for them.
anymore.
Yeah, they're probably
Yeah.
gonna move it up.
Maybe up
Yeah,
there, yeah.
they'll probably move it up,
Yeah.
and then so you can use it there, or even on the steering wheel, like
Oh,
a
that's
Merc.
interesting.
You know what I mean?
That's
so
nice.
that's gonna be nice.
But these, I think even though it's an already competitive market, I think they'd be able to do well, man.
yeah, they could.
I
they
see
could.
Hyundai is doing something like that.
Yes,
as well. They're
they
doing a Bucky
released
as
it,
well.
I think in America they call it a Santa Cruz. They are Bucky.
Dope.
Yeah, so I can't wait to see. But they haven't said whether it will come to South Africa. It was actually made in left-hand drive, so all speculating whether it will come to South Africa. And Hyundai is doing so well in the country.
Yeah.
So they'll have to. They might just. So Hyundai, crossing fingers. Yeah.
Tell us more about the Bucky and the SUV rather, and and the Cross. Yeah.
A quick tip.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that you're driving an SUV, but you're not. You're not. So,
when you're
The
driving a
difference-
Bucky, you say?
you know, when you're driving a
the
Bucky, that's
yeah.
an SUV. Like, it's because what happens, right? That you have a Cross, like your T-Cross, your CX-3, your Mazda, even your CX-5. They're not really SUVs, because what separates a Cross vehicle from a Bucky is how it's built. Because a
Okay.
Cross is built as a unit with its chassis. Now imagine a chassis is like your spinal cord.
Spine, yeah.
Yeah, it's how the car is built around, right? So what happens with Cross vehicles is that they build it together, and then SUVs they build the chassis and then they build the body and combine them. Now they cause there's a lot of difference between them. Like for example, crosswind on a Cross is much better in terms of an SUV. An SUV there's a bit more body roll, you know what I mean? And you can't if you're looking to buy a vehicle that looks like a SUV, which isn't, but you always traveling on urban areas, then go for a Cross. You
Yeah.
understand? But if you're really going off-road and you're living your best life,
Then
4x4,
definitely SUV,
go into an SUV, proper SUV.
Okay.
So that's basically the difference between a Cross and an SUV. But they still call SUVs, they call them CUVs, compact utility vehicles. Because
But it's
SUV
always
stands
good
for
to know
sports
the
utility
differences
vehicles.
between them. Yeah.
Yeah, so-
it's always good to know the differences between them.
Yeah. I hope I'm right. Don't come to me in the comments when.
You don't know what you're
Man, if
talking
you
about.
have
Yeah.
your own input on what Ndle just educated us on,
Yeah.
let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know.
We'd
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
love to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that it?
No,
For the news?
no.
What do you
no,
even
no,
mean?
No.
How can we close the segment without talking about the new Bugatti?
Yeah, man.
My God, it's not the Bullet.
No, that's cool.
It's the one, Sharon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super Sport 300 Plus.
Plus.
Only 30 units made.
Sheesh.
They started building it in 2019 and
19.
only
The wealthy 8.
Yeah,
Only
have you received
the
it?
wealthy 8.
Yeah,
Yes,
so only 8 people were able to order this car.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And
Have
us
received
mere
it.
mortals,
Yeah.
all we can do is just be happy for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've
they're
been
still
waiting
waiting.
since 2019.
Yeah. And there's still
2
22
years.
people that still need to get the car.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. And I think it's like over $3 million. Don't convert it to South African rent.
It's 3.5 million euros, and in dollars it's 3.89 or something.
Yeah.
But in rands, it's a lot of money. Yeah, in rands, it's a lot of money.
Yeah, so-
it's a lot. Yeah, and 8 out of the 30 people have gotten their cars, but I'm sure the other 22 know when their car's coming.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Because those things are meticulous, built by hand.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I like it.
Say.
Yo, guys, I was thinking that it's going to be a mission to get the M5 CS one day, and then they create the Bugattis
Bugatti.
cars
Yes.
that you probably will never own one
Yeah.
day.
You have to be hopeful.
But,
Stay hopeful.
Yeah, we'll stay hopeful, yeah.
Stay hopeful.
Maybe I can be as rich as Drake and wow. And then, I can try.
You can try, right?
But shout out to the 8 owners. I'm sure they're happy. The cars
Yeah.
are on the way. And
After 2 years, imagine waiting for a car that you just list for so much for 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know who
Insane.
might be in that 30.
Oh yeah. I wonder the 8. How do they select who's taking it from the 30?
I think they select it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably offer people and say, guys, do you
Yes.
want
Do you want? Yeah,
Because I know with
they
limited
might have.
edition BMWs, there's just like a list of people that they'll approach saying,
Yeah.
listen,
This
there's
is
this
coming
car
out,
that's coming.
yeah.
We're celebrating 30 years. Are you interested?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
no. Then they'll move on. If all 30 of them don't want it, then I
Yeah.
suppose they go to
Someone
the
else,
public
yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you
Crazy.
guys think of the Golf 8?
Nice.
It's
they did
very
well.
nice.
They did. They sold 125 units.
already in 1 month.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, VW is hoping that by the end of the year they've sold at least 600 or 700 units.
Yeah.
If they carry on at 125 monthly
will-
till the end of the year, they'll
they'll
hit
probably-
500.
And you
Have
know
you
what's
checked out the
crazy?
interior? Have you checked out
I've
the
seen
interior?
pictures of it. I haven't seen the.
I'm not a big fan of
Yeah.
the seats with the headrest that can't move out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the bucket seats in the Golf are. Those look nice. I don't think I'm a huge
Well,
fan of
I
them.
don't think the seats are.
I'm not a big fan of
You know what,
Yeah.
guys? Can I tell you the truth? Man?
Yeah.
And I've always had this problem with GTIs. Sitting here right now, I've got clear view of this car, and only when Claire mentioned it did I realize that that's actually the Golf 8.
Crazy.
Oh,
And that's not me being the typical Anga that's
Yeah.
competitive and stuff. This is the honest truth. I did not notice.
And I feel like
until
it's
this man
tamed.
pointed it out.
they actually tamed it a lot. I mean, you can see this is the TCR.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, look at this.
Yeah.
Ah, the 7.5, they did the most of the TCR. There are only 300 in the country.
Sure.
Yeah, so this is nice.
Yeah.
I think I'll probably
Yeah.
take this over that. But like I said, I want to wait for the
Definitely.
Golf.
I'm sure it's a great car. I'm
Yeah.
sure it is. You know what I mean? Golf GTIs have a huge name in
Yeah.
the hatchback community. But I'm always big. I've had this argument before with you guys
Yeah.
where if you're gonna buy a C300 and a C63S, there must be a visual difference
Yeah.
over and above price.
Yeah.
So I've always kind of like
And a quick one.
Dug deep
just
into
before we
that.
get into the segment, the next segment, right? Because we need to go. Do you know these GTIs, ne? The standard price is around 669,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Because of the demand for these things going so high. I think this was, how much was it, Molefi? 800, ne? Yeah, they sold this thing for
Crazy.
850,000.
those 125 units.
No, because people want them so much.
Crazy.
These
But now, are you
Hacking-
telling me
hacking
those
of them?
125 units are at that price?
No, because of look, there are also other dealers,
Okay, I
right? Outside
hear
of
you now.
VW.
Okay, I
then
hear you
they'll
now.
sell them. Now, when people see this thing on the floor, they want it. You understand? Because of the high demand for this week,
It pushed
and
it
I
up.
hear apparently there's not a lot of them in the country. Then
Yeah, I
pipe
was about to
feel.
say.
Yeah, so it's driving up demand. So this thing is selling for 800, and it's already sold. This one,
It's insane.
yeah, this one on the floor,
Oh wow.
850,000 for a GTA.
I will
Baba, Yonya, Papa, I'm not gonna get that car for 850,000. Yeah, forget it.
Never.
Moving right along.
I won't.
Yeah.
No politics. Moving
Molefi, how
right
much is
along.
this M2 here? Molefi. Molefi.
Molefi.
How much is this M2? Estimate, nje.
We'll come back with our facts.
We're not seeing it, Mona Dog. Just mention there.
Plus minus
Two.
What?
6.
800, 600. I'm not. I did ask for an estimate. Thank you for that.
But definitely,
I had a point to prove here.
That, yeah.
Right. That's obviously depreciated in value over the years. I still think brilliant car. 800,000 cars. Oh my god.
But it's demand and supply.
Yeah, of course.
So
you're
that's
right.
what's driving up the price.
Right. Yeah.
Demand and supply.
Can't argue that.
You find you buying a stock 600 for 850 because of the demand. Because people want these things.
Yeah.
Anyway,
let us know what you guys think of the new Golf GTI.
But also, can we just quickly get it? It's 850.
Yeah.
So these two cars are the same price.
Competition. I don't think competition is
no, this is the M2. This is a Golf GTI.
And the Golf R is not even out yet. But guys, let's go into the insert. So we were talking about Molefi. He's about to do a walk around of Digi cars.
Yes, please.
Yeah, so show us a little bit.
Crazy.
Love it.
It's
Right?
Yeah, it's a lovely place. Let's have a look around and we'll have him in to tell us more about this amazing place.
Perfecto.
Definitely.
Hello everybody and welcome to DigiCars, based on 168 Grayston Drive. This is DigiCars. We have a bunch of car dealerships in this area. We started a few years ago, about 3 years ago with DigiCars, and then we introduced Olga's Auto, but that's a story for another episode. So welcome here and I'll show you around. Over here, we have our reception. We have the lovely Bucanyo. She welcomes all of our clients, make sure that we're sanitary, make sure that we've got, COVID protocols in check, and then we'll continue on. One of the great things about coming through to our place is we welcome people. We want to see everybody having a good time. We want to see people having a great cup of coffee. So we have Goat Coffee's shop over here. Shout out Jacob Mashukwa. So Jacob brought our Goat Coffee over here. We do everything from cappuccinos, lattes, flavored lattes. We have your snacks in the back for clients, and we like to think of ourselves as a family brand. So part of the family brand essence is to have, a little fun for the kids. We have our VR machine here where people can play a virtual game with our sports racing seat and the racing simulator. Like I said, it's a family brand. It's all about coming by, having a good time. The brand is all about digital experiences as well as pairing them with human, natural experiences as they walk into our floor. So we have a great selection of cars, everything from your high-end models to your entry-level consumer cars like, your Polos, your Kia Rios, the rest of that. Over here we have our sales offices. We've got our F&I teams that deal with our clients just to make sure that their finance and insurance is all in check. We have our razor sharp sales team over here. These guys are experts in client relationships, trying to understand where you are in your life, the right car for you, and so forth. And then that's our sales managers lounge over at the back for when clients want to, take it easy, kick back. And we'll move over to the cars and I'll show you some of the stuff that we have around.
What's up?
What up?
I'm excited. That was a cool walkabout. You have a beautiful spot, right?
Yeah, no, I'm quite happy about the space.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of stuff still coming. We want to have a lot more people coming in, having a good time. We want to get rid of this thing where people think car dealerships is just for cars. Come in and buy. We want to make it a lifestyle place. We want people to come with the kids, with the family, come hang out.
Because I actually just saw people sitting there having a meeting.
Yeah,
in the sitting area there.
Yeah, so we're very happy that we have Jacob Mashukwa and Goat Coffee here in the shop.
Yeah.
So people can grab a coffee, people can come here, work what they need to.
Okay, so you don't have to be wanting a car.
No,
if I'm around here, I'm out of time, I need a quiet place for my meeting, I can quickly pop in and
why our heads upstairs started this place is that they wanted a place where, you know, the digital aspect of buying a car can be sort of innovated on, but also enriching the physical aspect of it. So we call ourselves Digi cars, where actuality and virtuality meet up. So there's all kinds of digital experiences we place in here. We've got like the VR over there for, you know, the kids to play with. A lot of guys like to challenge themselves with that one. So, you know, we've got some pretty cool games. And then you look at some of the cars, you know, we have a nice mix between some high-end stuff. We have some, you know, budget cars as well.
It's actually quite interesting because you have a whole budget floor upstairs.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we're actually going to shoot a whole budget show.
that.
We're coming back
We're gonna come back for
upstairs.
that.
It's all about budget cars. Yeah, so I'm excited about that
So,
one.
yeah, as iCars, we've got a bunch of brands that we have. It's a nice little family with, you know, looking after different markets. We've got iCar family at the top. Under that, we've got DigiCars, which is where we are today. This is our floor. We've been here for about 3 years. Upstairs is Olga's Auto. That's our legacy brand. Like, you know, back in Nigel, where our CEO is from, he's started the brand out there. Gained a lot of popularity in terms of the community, and he always had this thing about, you know, excellent customer service. And that's been the secret sauce to how this business grows. We have nurses, teachers, firemen, police officers, just the common man, everybody buying a car from, you know, someone they trust. And you'd be surprised what these guys will buy because of how much, you know, the relationship is, you know, sustained. It's a rich experience that they have with that brand. So they relocated to Sandton, so we've got the 2 floors. We have armored mobility as well. That's going to be some exciting stuff. I don't know if you guys saw the 7 Series out in front. So cool thing about that one is it's bulletproofed. So it's got a B4 bulletproof kit, you know, the glass, the doors, the whole lot.
And more and more people are bulletproofing.
Why?
Yeah, we have a few of them.
Why?
I think, you know, a lot of people. So I can't talk about who our clientele is.
Give us a
So
hint.
the idea.
Like,
Is it politicians?
politicians?
Or is it business
You'd be
people?
surprised, actually. We don't
Probably
really see. Yeah, the politicians, I don't think we'll see much of. But you have a lot of people within business that you know have. Yeah, they have some contentious issues outside. They're getting rid of the Ferraris. They're getting rid of the Porsches. They're picking up these things and getting them bulletproofed, and then making sure that, you know, their families are safe. Because, you know, they'll drive around Sandton, someone catches their license plates, then it's them being followed.
So you reckon that there's quite a number of family cars that are actually just driving around bulletproofed?
And you wouldn't even know.
You wouldn't even know.
You wouldn't even notice.
How many times we passed the 7 Series, you couldn't tell.
Right,
You
when
couldn't
you
tell
just walk in,
And I mean, have you seen, like, even on social media, you remember there was a picture of a guy that got shot in his Ferrari? Yes, and other people,
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So it's about, you know, people now are just like, you know what, because of South Africa and
Safety.
how it is, bulletproof your car, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy the times we're living in.
How much would that set you back?
So for the upgrade itself, you're spending like close to 100K on it, depending on what you do. There's different levels of armoring a car.
Of course. Yes,
I mean, some people come and get the glass done, but I mean, you can get the glass done, you can get the doors done, you can reinforce the firewall, you can do a bunch of things. You can get military spec grunt flat tires, or you can get generics. So there's a bunch of things we can do. Our team actually specializes in making sure that the cars are built to your order. And then after the car's been built, we have a shakedown period. So we send it to your house, you drive around with it for a while, for 3 months, and then you bring it back so that we can inspect that the car's still intact. Because obviously this adds quite a bit of weight.
But you know what's crazy?
Must be heavy.
So 100K being entry level.
100K would, I wouldn't say a dead 100K. It all depends on what you want to get done. But like a B4 upgrade, so they come in levels. You get your B4s and your B6s. Your B6s is your heavy artillery stuff. So I can't talk about what the material is or where it's placed, but the materials we use there would be resisting an AK-47 round. In fact, a couple rounds. And then your handguns is your B4. So like that 7 Series is set up. Someone could come, fire about 4 rounds, give or take. Don't quote me on that. But about 3 or 4 rounds. The idea of it is that you get away. It's not that you stand there. You know,
Like, pew, 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 dead.
After 4 bullets.
Yeah, so the idea is just to make sure you can get away. Like if someone attacks you at your gate, you've seen these CCTV videos all over the
it's
internet.
bad,
When someone
bro.
gets to the gate, suddenly there's someone here, rounds fired.
Yeah.
So yeah, the idea is that you have a chance to escape. They'll fire at you, and then
Crazy.
But now you see what he said about the weight of those things. You see, I'm caught between a rock and a hard place because I would fear for safety because we know South Africa is like that.
Yeah.
But then we're also speed freaks, guys.
Now it's just like
I'm not trying to go from 0 to 100 in 3.2 to 4 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
I smoked that
So
M5, man.
wait. So wait. 4 seconds.
I would
is a
rather
no-no.
not be protected and smoke people, to be honest.
So you're gonna die.
I don't mind. my dignity needs to be intact.
What's your ID number?
what's the idea? I want to put you in a
Look,
policy.
if I have to get like another car, like a Viano or something, then I'll do it. That's not speed. I don't need to impress anyone by racing. But my competitions, guys, that's rough.
But you know what's crazy? The starting point for the bulletproofing. I didn't even think that they're like start 100,000. So that means
It's. I mean, yeah. Like I said, 100,000 is like your full on, depending on the car you're also doing. So it varies between a hatchback that you'd armor or a sedan,
okay, cool,
a luxury sedan, SUV, bus.
But I don't know if you're really knowledgeable about the whole insurance and financing. If I was buying a car and I wanted to bulletproof it, do some of your clients go through financing and get it financed by the bank and
So
stuff?
Typically, what we'll see is a client coming in with their own private finance.
Yeah.
And a financial advisor. You know, your private banking type of people that would purchase these, like in terms of that tier of client. So they'd basically let their insurance know that this is why I'm doing this. I'm taking this precaution.
Yeah.
In which case, all those modifications of the armoring has to be disclosed with your insurance in case something happens. So they want to know what the car was originally, and it's insured for that. And then they know what it's insured for in terms of the bulletproofing that's been done. So, yeah.
So it's about talking to your bank, man. If you're going to get a car and you think maybe then I want to bulletproof it, go talk to the bank and find out if they will finance it for you. And I think it will make more people get into bulletproof cars, especially in South Africa.
Because you can.
Yeah.
It's possible, right?
Crazy.
I think people just don't know. A lot of people might not even know that you can actually secure your...
But you guys are actually very right. The whole bulletproofing thing is necessary because your car gets taken because you don't want to get shot.
Yeah.
Even if your windows are all closed and people say get out, that's what's making you get out.
Yeah.
The fact that you don't want to get shot and die.
And you know
but if you've got that 4-bullet, 5-bullet resistance,
Yeah.
then you can, even if you scrape the other cars, you know,
Yeah.
you're gone.
It doesn't matter.
So I think it's a thing that people really need to start considering, you know, even if you're getting cheapest.
Yeah.
You know what
And
I
I'll
mean?
still say it.
Yeah.
Go bulletproof your quid.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know how the quid would perform. But we,
Going up the road.
I'm not throwing shade. Bring it around. It's an experiment. Bring a quid. Where's yours? I want to see something. But
Actually, it was tried out.
But
Please, someone come
Imagine
bulletproof
going
your
up a
quid.
hill in a quid that's bulletproof.
Last number, bulletproof. Last number. Yeah. That is the helper that drives your kids around. Can't buy them an expensive car, but you can buy them a quid. But it still needs to be heavy bulletproofed.
It's
Yeah.
not safe because by the time they try to get away, that guy is still 4-5ing their window.
I know it's fine.
there may be some modifications we make to performance of the vehicle in that case, because the suspension wouldn't deal.
Oh, okay. Wow, you see,
suspension
so that's
wouldn't
another
deal.
thing that they do here that he just spoke about. Nice. So you also
So
customize.
we'd have to inspect it. Like, how capable is your car of operating normally with all this stuff on top of it? Like I said,
Hence you said after
that
3 months.
bring it back. We want to see, are the window switches still working? Because now you've got thicker windows, which means the motors that pull the windows up and down need to be modified.
Okay, cool.
We check,
Shucks,
the
bro.
seals. We make sure that your sunroof is also. I said this the other day is that it sucks that your sunroof you can't see after you get it bulletproof. It will still function, open and close, but there's no looking through the roof through the glass, because that gets plated as well.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, but when it's open, it's open.
Yeah, and it's not like you see metal stuff. We have this lovely leather lining on it as well.
Then again, also you think someone will jump on the come on. The Marco! Russian cops. Have you seen Russian cops? Hey, there's just one who will pick you there. Yeah.
That is amazing.
So yeah, it's quite
entire movie.
everybody should, I think, you should check out our website, armoredmobility.co.za. We have a lot of educational content on there on the cars, what they're made of, how they put together.
Is that a division of?
That's a division of iCar. So Armored
That's a
Mobility.
lot.
Yeah, we launched that business last week. We have some other stuff that's also coming.
Last week?
Yeah. We've been working on it for some time. We've been doing product testing.
Yeah.
We sent how many cars? We sent the Beamer, we sent the Hilux, the Caravel, the Caravel. We sent the
Disco 4.
Disco 4, 100%.
Yeah, I was here before.
Yeah. And then, actually, just before we launch, we're getting ready to send a GTI over as well. That's going to get done. A normal GTI 7, but we're going to get that bulletproofed as well.
I see.
And I think that's what should be done actually with your Boomer GTIs because they're high-risk vehicles.
I'm curious to see what that does to the insurance profile.
Yeah.
Because, those things are high risk.
Yeah.
But now you're dealing in a car that's, sort of armored and meant to protect its occupant.
Yeah.
More likely to get away from the situation. We probably would do a B6 on that. But yeah, it would be an interesting
thing. Do you think
thing.
maybe the insurance, just speculation, would the insurance go down a bit?
I don't want to say it will go down, but because the actual amount you're covering is more. What the car is covered for is more. So I wouldn't say that it will go down, but I do know it would be significantly different from a standard GTI sort of insurance plan because it's, bulletproofed.
Okay, quick one.
Yeah.
We've spoken a lot about bulletproofing.
Yeah.
Favorite car on the floor?
For me,
downstairs.
I was gonna say mine, but I'm gonna say the 1M. I'll tell you why. I was a BMW guy, and then I bought a Jeep. And then I left that behind
that's fine,
me.
as long as you didn't.
I left that behind me. But I will.
You still are a BM guy then.
But my thing is with that 1M, it's just so special. This particular one hasn't done a lot of mileage. I think it's at about 74,000 Ks. Which means it's run, but it hasn't been locked away and getting old. So when I started it earlier for you, and I told you, listen to how healthy she sounds.
Yeah.
So I'm the biggest fan. When we got it, I couldn't believe we managed to get it.
I couldn't believe it when I walked in now. What?
So I'd say it's my favorite car. Second of which would be the M4.
I'm not a Beamer guy.
Just because of how it's spec'd.
BMW fanboy.
Because of how it's spec'd. My thing I love about my job, right, is we buy cars, great, but then we get some special cars that people had fun putting together. The way they specified them, like this has the M competition pack.
Yeah.
Outdoor, exterior with the carbon pack, interior with the Monero white leather. The performance seats, head-up display. It's got that the Bridgestone Ford wheels on it. Yeah. Magnificent, eh?
Wow.
Man,
yeah, so it's more than your average M4 comp. That's the thing. So I like special cars. I like cars that stand out from everything else. I probably wouldn't be seen dead in it, but I'd like to know I have it. The way I don't know, man. How do you feel like when you're driving around? How do people look at you?
When I drive?
Yeah.
Man, everyone is saying, name your price. Hey.
Yeah.
Call back.
Bro, love it. Ladies, old, young, black, white, guys, everyone just goes, absolutely amazing. I love it. I don't usually like these light cars, but yours is fantastic. So neat.
Yeah.
There's a thing where, you're driving out for milk. I was in one of those, and then you're just at a red light, and then somebody comes and let's go. And I'm like, no, it's Sunday. No.
Nah, I don't race. I don't race. I always go, wait. I was talking about the cosmetic, the aesthetic.
Yeah.
That's mostly what I take a lot of time. I don't customize my engines.
Yeah.
Right? I've never chipped a car or anything. I've bought the car and used it
as is.
Stock. You know what I mean? But I spend a lot of money on cosmetics.
Yeah. Okay, so wrapping, carbon
aesthetic
packs.
Person, all of that. So that's what I was referring to.
Okay.
In terms of the racing, every now and then you'll go, but I'm not a fan of that because of the whole safety thing. Now I like speed, but I'm also afraid to die.
You get that a lot, like at a red robot, and then someone's like, yo, let's go.
Yeah, with the...
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm not a fan, man. I'm not such a big fan.
I dare you guys to do that next time
I'm
you
not
see
a
him
fan.
at a red robot.
I promise you, anyone that has attempted can probably say in the comments that I did try that nigga and he didn't want to. I promise you. And also cops, dog, I don't want issues. Guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, I do race, but not all the time.
So if anyone wants to come through to Digi Cars in terms of social media, where are you physically?
So our address is 168 Grayson Drive. You can't miss us. As you take the Grayson off into Sandton, you'll see us on your coming in left-hand side.
yeah.
Left-hand side. And then on socials, you'll find us at Digicars SA. Yeah, DIGI.
Insta, Facebook, and
Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, the lot. You'll get to see a lot of what we're doing. We're going to have a lot of exciting things happening here. We're going to have a couple of events. We're going to have some stuff for Halloween. I'm very excited about that.
Nice.
This is a proper lifestyle kind of environment.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I loved it.
It's homey. Everyone here is very friendly. We almost got in trouble. But
We were
anyway.
playing with the SVR, which we are about to play with now.
Yes. Yeah, let's go
So
check
you guys
that
gave
out,
us an
actually.
SVR. They gave
I
us
get in
Yeah.
trouble for playing with a car in a car place.
Wait, they gave us the SVR, the Range Rover SVR to play around
Cave
with.
is a strong word.
Yeah, I care for
They
a couple.
bought-
Oh, they. This guy jumpies. I care people must know. It's fucking into it. So we'll be reviewing a lot of cars. I think we might do the 1M.
We should.
We should
We might do
We
the 1M.
should.
understand why it's a collector's and a classic car. And
So
You know what? Maybe what we should do, we should actually do an entire episode of just collectors, different kinds of collectors,
I
and
think that would be
do like an
And why they
entire
appreciate
ripped down
as well.
spec check. Yeah.
yes.
anyway, we're
So,
chilling with
that's
Vusi.
coming up.
Eta.
What up, boy?
Hey, Vusi.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Vusi is popping, guys. You these days.
Why are these days? Yeah, you're all over the trends on Twitter.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
Yeah.
Hey, it's not my first time.
Of course, of course,
Yeah.
of course.
It's die.
But I mean, you're trend for different reasons every time you
Yeah,
trend, so
yeah.
it's always a new feeling.
Yeah, like to tell you guys the truth. Now I'm not just training because of the storyline. It's also performance-wise.
Yeah.
So I feel like I've really improved, and the way that people are actually loving the show and showing me love, and how the storyline is actually affecting different people in different ways.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Craft is also getting better.
Hey, I'm improving.
Right.
Hey.
I mean, with craft, there's many people going through what your character's going through. You cannot underperform.
God.
You can't, because the person that's going through that will then say,
you don't understand.
lost respect, or he's not killing it, or he shouldn't have this. So there's so much pressure, especially when you're telling things that are sensitive. You've got to kill it, because someone is going through that.
Just to give it context, right? So Vusi's character Clement has a daddy.
I had.
Okay, you had.
Had a zaddy.
He has a daddy.
Zaddy.
Daddy. So and the daddy was married. Yeah. And then they were going into on Skim Sam on the character.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know.
So they got Podcarst, ne? When you guys were going to some conference, and then the wife Podcarst them, and then they were fighting over the man. No, they were about what? Give us context. Oh, no,
So
Tell a story.
I meet this dude on the show, Utiezi.
Clement meets this dude.
That's this dude. So he actually worked with my uncle on the show. He didn't tell me that he was married until towards a certain point. From the beginning, he was like, "Nah, I'm not married. No, I'm a bachelor and what." And then he convinces me to move to Joburg, and then I find out, no, this guy's married and has a kid. But then he's like, "No, I'm getting a divorce. Let's move to Joburg, lead to and forget, and start a new life." We go to Joburg. Kanti, the brother's on a work conference. He's just there for a conference, and he's gonna come back. So I packed up everything and I went straight to Joburg, leaving my
he's
family.
bouncing. He's going back.
He's going back. So it was just a little fantasy for him. So while we're there, the wife pulls through, and there's a huge fight in front of everybody. And the video is taken, and I trend for being a home wrecker. People are being homophobic and stuff there. So yeah. And then he leaves me in a hotel with a bill at 10,000. He's gone.
Crazy.
But anyway, outside of that,
Yeah.
there's also Vusi, the car fanatic, the car enthusiast,
The car lover.
the car lover.
Yes.
What's your favorite car?
favorite? Brand-wise or?
You can give me brand-wise and overall, I guess.
And I'm a Beamer boy.
You're
I'm a Beamer boy.
Boy.
Forever and always. And
Favorite Beamer?
Favorite Beamer. The 1M.
One in.
Like
Man,
this,
this is a great episode. Yo.
like I watched Austin's one, and I'm like, what's wrong with these people? I heard people talk about Mercs and stuff. What are those things?
Yeah, what
No.
are they? Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, let's not go that
Fine,
part
we're
of the
not gonna go
conversation.
into it.
Let's not do it.
Okay, was that brand now, ne?
Okay.
So overall,
Like dream car, like type
dream
of
car,
vibe.
yeah, type of thing, yeah.
McLaren P1.
Nice.
P1.
Mine is the Lamborghini Aventador.
Aventador. Which
I
one?
dream about it every single day.
The SVJ.
I love that car so much.
SVJ.
Yeah. And these people that are like on Car Wow and stuff bring their own to race. Yeah. And I'm always thinking,
How do you do
that
that?
Your own car.
Imagine borrowing Matt Watson.
Crazy.
That thing is too expensive.
that's crazy.
That's
But
too
let's
nice.
work. Let's work, guys. Let's work.
Hopefully.
Nice. P1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
P1.
P1. Today is the P1.
You know what? He would have loved that episode.
Yeah,
At Daytona.
Yeah.
He would have
You
loved
would have
it.
enjoyed it.
I was like, yeah, nah.
You saw the cars in the background then, eh?
I unfortunately.
Why didn't he bring you with?
I don't even know
Friends
he was
like
coming.
these. Hey,
Wow.
friends like these.
I didn't know he.
Put
Your faith in a friend.
I didn't even know he was coming. Next thing I know, he's posting on Instagram. I'm like, Maram Chana, I'm up the road, chief.
Yeah.
So you saw the cars in the background during his interview.
I saw the Novitec 720S in the background.
Yeah.
There was a
And-
P4
Yeah.
as well. I can't
The
believe
painful
your
part-
friend there. That's bad. Knowing that you're a McLaren fan.
Yeah,
that's why
then he
you
doesn't
even say,
bring you.
Hey, Muna, come.
Yeah.
And whenever I go to Melrose Arc, Daytona's always closed on the weekends. I have never been there once. I don't know why I'm this unfortunate. I just see them from the class and I'm like,
no, maybe we can do a segment where he finally walks in and gets into one and drives. There's a guy we know there, Kuba. He's very cool. He'll take you on a test drive. You'll love it.
connect me.
I know.
Make a wish foundation.
We're on. We're on. But that would be interesting for him for us to capture him seeing the car and finally sitting inside and then taking a drive.
And even make it, guys, in your comment section, your dream car, tell us.
Yeah,
And that'll be fun.
Or make you
to get-
drive it.
Yeah. Get
Tell
into
us
your
your dream chauffeur will also drive you.
Are you saying that's you?
Yeah. I'm talking only about me. I don't know about these two.
You'll have to bulletproof your car.
Actually, I think I stand more chances of being the one voted to be the chauffeur.
Yeah, I actually do.
I don't know. Maybe we should make a competition. Let's see who's gonna
I'm also
win.
included in the voting.
You can be included, brother.
Everyone can vote
good
between
luck.
Anga and I. Who would you prefer to be your chauffeur?
People will probably win
Girls
because they're
have
like,
so much power.
Julie?
People are gonna want to be driven by
because
you.
they're gonna do their looks, chief. Aye.
You
lose. You have the wrong part, chief, in the last.
I lose. Not Tula's name. Not Tula's name comes up more than everyone's name on comments and stuff. Obviously, people are gonna choose her. Look at her.
Yeah.
Love
You
you
know?
guys. But anyway, Vusi,
But that does not mean she's a good driver. I'm just saying, anyway, Vusi.
you don't know that. You've never been in the car with me.
So now I know that you really want to take your car fanatic vibes to another level. I know you're looking to get into actually the space where we're reviewing cars. Tell us more about that, and why do you think that you want to do that and get into that space?
Well, I want to get into it because I love it, number one. And so far, it's still an idea because we've been busy at work. It's been a lot of shooting. So whenever me and Austin are going to get time, we're actually going to start pushing it. I really want to get into it. I want to focus on economy cars because I feel like not too much attention is given to like the first-time buyer. It's either you're going Polo or what. Like they don't know that there are actually some good cars like a Mazda 2, which will be reliable, low on fuel, cheap to insure as well. So I feel like that information is not really given to young people, and something fun, something that's gonna bring in young people into cars. Because all we see is the M1s, the M4s, the SVRs. So maybe something for the youngins.
Funny thing about the M2, the Mazda 2, I almost said the M2, the Mazda 2 is that there's a rendering that we actually started seeing, and it's essentially going to be a Yaris.
The Yaris?
They're just going to put the Mazda badge on a Yaris.
Here they go again.
Hectic.
So you're the years, imagine.
Yeah, but it happens a lot because even the
does.
BT50 underneath is an Isuzu.
Yeah,
It's the same thing we were talking about earlier on in the show, yeah.
So
just like
collaborations, well.
BMW.
Huh?
Just like the Supra is a BMW.
Yeah, it's a Z4. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
Crazy.
Just like they are us.
Just like that.
Who are definitely the superior
and there's a
ones in
new
that
brand
regard.
of car coming to South Africa. It's actually someone who loved the Defender so much that he created a replica brand. It's called something Graniola. So keep forgetting the name. But also inside, the engine is a BMW.
Oh, crazy.
So it's coming in South Africa, I think 2022 October, somewhere there. So I'm excited to see that one. But yeah, a lot of collaborations happen, man. Nowadays you can't really get a pure car anymore because of costs. And if BMW can create the engine cheaper for you and make it better, then go buy the engine there and just put it inside.
It's been happening for years.
Yeah.
But man.
We're looking forward to seeing your journey, dude, as a car enthusiast. That's going to be very interesting, especially to see someone out of character and just as Vusi, to know more about Vusi, you know, as a car enthusiast. So that's going to be very exciting.
You into racing?
I've not owned a car fast enough.
You can't.
Like, wait, you mean watching F1 and stuff?
Well, no, I mean
As a
racing
whole,
when
as
a person.
Not on the streets, though. No, not on the streets. Hey, you'll die out here. You know? Hey, you'll die.
You'll die out here.
Hey, you'll die.
Don't worry, just
You must
get
try
out.
it. Go to these advanced courses. They're fairly safe, and you get to really, you know, when I was doing the high performance one around the track, those people are like, one thing about this whole driving, fasting, advanced driving is that you don't trust your car. You know, when you see that curve and all of that, then that guy goes, here we teach you to know what this car can handle and what it can do. Now, drive this car. And then you're thinking, and then he goes, hit it hard. And you realize that, flip, this thing is actually not going to flip over if I do this and that. So there, all your fears that you have on the road of not wanting to take a corner too fast because of a fear of the car flipping, all of those fears are addressed there. When you leave there, then you know what the car you're driving is capable of. But with that said, don't drive the M2 and then get into another car and think it's got the same chassis and the same handling and stuff. They teach you on the knowledge of that as well. But try that, man. That advanced driving is amazing.
Me and Austin are actually supposed to go to the MG Academy. What?
Nice.
I just got busy.
Yeah.
So when I get time, I actually want to do all these things.
You would love it, dog. There's a collision avoidance one, and then there's a high performance one.
There's a defense driving as well.
Yeah.
So there are quite a lot of
I'm from Soweto, no need for that. I've been driving polos, we are fine.
So if anyone wants to hit you up on social media?
Regarding? I didn't hear him. No, I'm still thinking about the polo thing.
Regarding your growth, regarding your role, regarding your car thing that you're gonna do, regarding everything, everything.
Hit me up if you wanna give me money. That's the first one. If you I wanna buy an M4, send me money.
Oh man.
But anyway, on social media, Vusi Leremi. That's it. Everywhere from Twitter. I have Twitter, ne?
Do you have Twitter?
I don't know. I'm scared of Twitter.
Yeah, it's bad there. It's bad out there.
So, Vusi Leremi on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah, and tell everyone you've got a hand. The gents must not come for you. You are not your character.
Hey, Bo! I'm joking.
No, I'm saying that you're not your character because a lot of people will think, okay, they're your character and try to hit on you.
No. Can we go back to the fact that this guy just said, I'm calling the channel?
Yeah. Hey, Chief.
In terms of girls, man. That's what he means.
We're trying to say, we're trying to establish, guys, he's not his character.
I'm straight.
Yeah, he's not LGBTQ.
The hunting will see.
So do you say he sounded like you were saying closing channels for
getting more? But what about your hand?
What
now your hand must to the side.
Do you know my hand?
Also, do you have a hand?
Me, no.
Oh, you are generalizing.
Yay!
Hey, no, I'm straight.
That's the. She
No,
was
yeah,
like,
I was like, I got you.
yeah.
That's why I don't call the channel, no, my dog.
Okay. No, just makes
People,
sense.
they must know that you're not gay.
I'm not.
Okay.
Doug, thank you so much for being on this.
Thank you so much.
This guy. Okay, thank you for having me, guys.
But also,
Anyway.
just a quick one.
Yeah.
16th of October, we're going to be out at the Golf 8 GTI on tour. It's in 4 ways. We're going to do, that's going to be so much fun. Actually, because we were in lockdown level 1, they're adding 500 more tickets. So you can still go get more tickets. And you can come and say, you're going to do a 100-meter dash with the Golf 8, which is fun. You're going to do Gymkhana, right? And you're going to spin the Golf 8. You're going to be spinning the Golf 8. So we're actually going to do a full review as well of the Golf 8 there. So it's going to be quite cool. It's going to be quite fun. Make sure you come through, come say hi and all that.
Yeah.
It's going to be so dope. I can't wait. I'm excited.
Right?
Yeah.
16 October, don't forget. But yeah, I think that brings us to the end of the show.
Otherwise,
Riders,
there
you've
has
made
been
it 7
dope.
episodes with us. Thank you for still being here.
Yeah.
May we have more people
Yeah.
join us. But thanks to the ones that
Don't
have stuck
forget.
around.
Yeah, don't forget. Hit us up. Let us know what you do. Your cars, your what. 10th episode. We're coming for the
Who
dopest
wants us to drive
rider.
them? Who wants to race us? Who wants to come sit here in the hot seat and see like what it's like? Tell us.
Yeah.
Tell us. Tell us over there.
And don't forget, hashtag podcast and ride on social media. Comment, like, subscribe. Yeah, it's been nice, guys.
Thank you so much. Catch you on episode 8.
Yeah. Peace out.